Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rock-On Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Coming up on today's show, a Maine-based sporting goods store will be closing its remaining locations by the end of next month.
Plus, we'll have an update regarding the Versant power rate increase.
And we'll get the details of a new bill called the Inflation Reduction Act. This and more local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us here on the final hour. It's August 8th. It's Monday, and we are expecting to see a little bit of rain showers over the next couple of days.
A little bit.
Just a little bit, like every hour for the next 24 to 36.
Just catch those green clouds from Chase's forecast. It's crazy.
We'll bring in Chase Ropenack with the details.
All right, your first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation. Scott's Recreation has locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Looking at the radar today, we can see we have some precipitation moving into our area. We have some coming in just north of Bangor right now, but right now you can see it's kind of dissipating towards our area, and it's moving to the east, but more of that precipitation over here is going to move into Bangor a little more later on today, and then we should have a lot of rain coming in too. It looks like Monday is going to be an all-day rain event, and it should stray off by Tuesday evening around 6 p.m. As you can see, we still have some supercell thunderstorms that will be coming through later on, but those won't be anywhere near severe. So it looks like the main threat today is going to be the heavy rain. So looking into today's forecast, we have a high of 72 with scattered showers, and we'll have some little breezy winds from the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then going into tonight's forecast, it will be a little cooler on a little cooler end with low 65. Scattered showers and thunderstorms still likely, and then we'll have some more calm winds. And then going into tomorrow's forecast, it'll be a high of 72 again with those rain showers likely with that all-day rain event Monday. And then, or with it ending tonight and then going into tomorrow, winds will be northeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then as we look into the hour-by-hour forecast for today, we can see we're in the upper 60s in the early part of the morning. And then as we get to the afternoon hours, we'll be getting close to the 70s.
First this morning, police have arrested a man in connection with the shooting death of his stepson. According to a Maine State Police spokesperson, the Mexico Police Department responded to a home at 32 Intervale Avenue in Mexico on Saturday afternoon after receiving a 911 call indicating there had been a shooting in the home. Officers from Mexico and Rumford PD, as well as 2 ambulances from Medcare Ambulance, arrived to find 27-year-old Nicholas Triner of Mexico deceased. Following an investigation from Maine State Police Major Crime Unit detectives, which lasted overnight, Saturday, and well into Sunday, Triner's stepfather, 52-year-old Thomas Tellier of Mexico, was arrested for the shooting death of Triner. Tellier was transported to the Oxford County Jail on the charge of murder. Tellier will be arraigned later this week in Oxford County Superior Court.
A 67-year-old man was found dead after a fire in Baileyville. According to a Department of Public Safety spokesperson, Baileyville's fire department responded to 24 Summit Street early Friday morning. Firefighters discovered the body of an adult inside the home. Investigators from the fire marshal's office were contacted and began an investigation. According to a release, the deceased is believed to be 67-year-old Craig Thompson. The body has been transported to the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta. An autopsy is expected to be conducted to confirm the identity and cause of death. Authorities are still investigating, but there's no indication of foul play at this time.
Attorney General Aaron Fry has announced a new hire. Anna Love will serve as the new Chief of Investigations Division for the Attorney General's office. Love is the first woman to ever serve in this position. She comes from the Department of Public Safety as a veteran investigator. Love began her 25 tenure with the Maine State Police as a trooper. She was nominated for the Trooper of the Year 3 times, both as a trooper and a detective. She was the first female lieutenant to run in the Maine Information and Analysis Center and oversaw the academy and specialty teams for the Maine State Police. Attorney General Fry said, quote, "She brings a depth of experience and strength of leadership that will serve our office and our state well." She was sworn in Monday, August 1st.
Plymouth Town officials or members say it's been a long time coming following the official groundbreaking for the new fire station. Former firemen, town officials, and Plymouth residents gathered together, showing that the fire station approval was a community effort. The fire department only has volunteers at this time, but Fire Chief Tyler Dean says he hopes the new building will appeal to potential employees. After 5 years of planning and numerous attempts to repair the old fire station, the town council decided to start fresh.
The roof got bad and it leaked water inside and it got black mold, and the building was just not savable.
The residents of this town are the best. It's a small community. We only have like 1,400 people here. But the people here in town realize how important the fire department is to the community.
The town expects the new fire station to be completed by spring of 2023. The Plymouth Fire Department will share space with the Detroit Fire Department during construction.
Versant Power is planning on increasing its rates. However, the announcement is drawing criticism from various state officials. Devin Dagnall has the details.
Versant Power has made the announcement that they will be pursuing a rate increase of 9%, which amounts to an additional $10.50 a month, or about $126 a year for the average residential ratepayer. Judy Long, Versant Power's manager of communications, says that they are requesting the hike in order to continue to make improvements like the outdated metering system, which is responsible for determining a customer's power usage so that they can be accurately billed. Long also says that Versant will work to decrease the rate and durations of power outages in northern Maine. Critics, however, doubt the company's need for the rate increase and are challenging it. Among them is Maine's public advocate, William Harwood.
We recognize that it takes resources, and there are two goals here. One is to keep the rates low, but the other goal is to keep the lights on. There's 160,000 families there served by Versant Power, and it's important that they have the resources to keep the lights on, keep the power on, keep the service on. And so we will be looking carefully at that and making sure that ratepayers aren't paying a penny more than they need to.
Despite all this, Versant plans on implementing the rate increase by the summer of 2020.
So we know that as part of this process, there's going to be a hard look taken to make sure that people understand and verify that these are prudent investments. And we welcome that opportunity. The more people get involved, the more people understand what they're paying for, that's better. And we have confidence that what we're doing is right for the residents of Maine.
For now, Versant's announcement remains just that, an announcement. The company has 60 days to file a formal request with the Public Utilities Commission, which they plan on doing. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 8:08. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has invested over $10 million into farming outreach programs.
But first, let's see what Mother Nature is throwing at us today. Overcast and showers are expected. They'll be moving in after around 9 a.m. this morning. Tonight, it'll continue with fog, rain, and some thunderstorms in our area. Temperatures dropping down to a low of 63. And tomorrow, we are back up in the mid-70s with rain coming on Tuesday.
At Dorsey Furniture, we believe value means more than a great price.
That's why we do what we do at Dorsey Furniture. That's why we're always updating our showroom with new pieces and new displays. That's why we're always eager to show you the latest furniture styles and newest fabrics.
Because we believe that your home should be beautiful.
Visit our showroom and experience Dorsey quality, Dorsey value, the Dorsey reputation. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A in Holden, and online at dorseyfurniture.com.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Pound the Pavement for Cancer Awareness, Sunday, October 9th at the Sea Dog on the Bangor waterfront. Register at runsignup.com. Goodie bags given to the first 200 people to register. Visa gift cards are randomly hidden in goodie bags. You could win $25 or even $100. Fundraise $150 and get a limited edition t-shirt. All proceeds stay in our community. Pound the Pavement, sponsored by the Sea Dog, Ice Pick Vodka, ABC7 and Fox 22, and the Purple Iris Foundation. Register now at runsignup.com.
Senator Angus King held a press conference Saturday and discussed a new bill called the Inflation Reduction Act. The bill aims to lower health care and energy costs, cut the deficit, and fight climate change. Senator King says the bill is fully paid for. He has also proposed a 15% minimum corporate tax on companies that make over $1 billion in profit each year.
The negotiating of Medicare for drug prices will ripple out through the economy, and I believe will lower prices generally. In terms of energy, we're going to see jobs. We're going to see a disentanglement, if you will, from the roller coaster of fossil fuel prices, which we've been on for the past few years.
The bill includes legislation that will cap Medicare out-of-pocket drug expenses at $2,000. Medicare employers will be able to negotiate consumer prices as well. On Sunday, the Senate approved the package and now heads to the House, where it's likely to pass as early as Friday.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture has invested $14.5 million into 2 outreach programs for new Maine farmers and ranchers. This new initiative offers support to producers in navigating tax season. $10 million will be allocated for agriculture-oriented taxpayer education, and the other $4.5 million will head to the Conservation Reserve Program's Transition Incentives Program. These programs help with access to land for beginning and disadvantaged farmers and ranchers. According to the release, both efforts help advance equity and access to USDA programs and agriculture. For more information, check out the USDA's website.
Congressman Jared Golden has asked for $7 million in funding for the University of Maine's Advanced Manufacturing Center, with hopes of expanding program advances throughout the state. UMaine's Advanced Manufacturing Centers work with companies on research and economic development. Students are able to gain hands-on experience working on industry projects. The funding would establish 3 manufacturing training innovation centers in partnership with Southern Maine Community College. The unique program aims to train the next generation while attracting younger families to Maine.
Maine is still very much a manufacturing state, small-scale manufacturing. Over time, I think the goal is for Maine to be regionally, but even nationally recognized as a place where you want to come to study if you want to get into the forest products industry.
The funding is really critical to be able to put the new technologies in. These technologies are not inexpensive.
Golden was able to secure money through a funding bill which passed in the House last month and is now working with the Senate to gain complete approval. The time is now 8:13. After the break, the annual coastal cleanup in Maine is now open for registration.
Plus, we'll hear from the members of the Coast Guard Auxiliary in Portland. This and more when we return.
Dynamic hatchbacks, capable and rugged SUVs and crossovers, go-anywhere vans, powerful full-size pickups. Toyota has more electrified all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models than any other brand, like the electrified Highlander Hybrid with 35 mpg and up to a 598-mile total driving range. Your New England Toyota dealer, your electrified all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, Limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
For over 17 years, ADA Fence Company has been offering top quality fences at the best price and doing the job right the first time. Choose from vinyl, ornamental, wood, rental, and chain link fences. ADA Fence Company also builds kennels, enclosures, and gates of all types and sizes. Proudly serving eastern and central Maine. Call ADA Fence Company today at 1-888-891-4564. ADA Fence Company, the professional fence people.
On the next Last Man Standing, Kyle's moving in.
We have rules around here. Is that bacon?
And he cooked the eggs and bacon, used bacon to butter the toast. I may be going out on a limb here, but I'm pretty sure the boy's a genius.
But Mandy's feeling left out.
I was hoping tonight, we could spend a little quality time together.
I've already promised your dad I was going to make homemade ice cream again. He wants something with caramel, pecans, vanilla, and bacon.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
They are the first to respond in the waters of Portland Harbor. The Coast Guard Auxiliary is a team of volunteers who patrol one of the busiest waterways in the state. Owen Kingsley explains how their biggest mission to keep boaters safe doesn't happen out on the ocean.
Here you go. Man overboard, starboard side!
This is just a drill, but the Coast Guard Auxiliary is preparing for the real thing.
And is he conscious?
Because they coast around the waters of Portland's harbor, the auxiliary is the first to respond to any emergency. Whether it's a broken down boat, search and rescue, they assess how serious the situation is and then call in the Coast Guard if they need more help.
If it was something that was obviously like a boat went down, coolers, floats, life jackets with the boat name on it, then that gets reported right away, and then because we were first on scene, we would start an initial search in the immediate area.
On the water, they stay ready to respond. In June, with freezing ocean temps, they had to rescue a man who capsized their inflatable kayak.
He went in the water, and by the time we got there, he had been in the water for about 45 to 60 minutes. He was borderline hypothermic.
If you ask them, the most important work they do isn't on the water. It's through teaching boaters how to be prepared.
I think one of our strongest goals is making boaters better boaters and safer boaters. So much of what we do in the Coast Guard and Coast Guard Auxiliary is not on the water. So much of it is on the land, prevention oriented, from training, education, programs, policy, things of that nature that make it safer out here.
They say they want to make sure larger boats are well equipped with the proper safety gear, while paddlers of canoes and kayaks don't underestimate the conditions of the ocean compared to their more casual inland boating.
So basically, be prepared. Take some training, do some education, start off slow, build your skills and your confidence.
The Maine Central program has opened registration for its annual coastal cleanup. Taking place throughout the month of September, participants can volunteer their time to help clean up Maine's coastal shores and waterfronts. Once registered with their designated location, the Department of Marine Resources will remove the location from the available sites on the online registration form. Prior to the date of the cleanup, site coordinators will be sent a package with all the necessary resources to collect and record trash. Department of Marine Resources Senior Planner Teresa Tarrant says helping out with this initiative is more important than ever.
The impacts of trash on the marine environment, particularly now that a majority of our trash is plastics based, the trash has a very lasting impact when in the ocean.
The International Coastal Cleanup was created 35 years ago to address the problem of trash in the oceans and on our coasts.
It's a chance for visitors to learn more about one of Maine's most well-known crops. Our Stephanie Wittenbach visited Holden to check out a local wild blueberry farm.
Maine's second ever Wild Blueberry Weekend is a chance for out-of-state visitors and locals alike to get a taste of the wild blueberries here in the state. Governor Janet Mills stood with blueberry farmers when she declared the first Wild Blueberry Weekend at the Blaine House last July. A wild blueberry farm in Holden is showing visitors their farm for the very first time.
We acquired this property in 1981-ish, whatever. We built the home in 84. The blueberries are just an added bonus with the view. And so we decided that at that point that we needed to help nourish the blueberries to provide us with a product that was desirable, and it has paid off.
Warren says people came out to harvest blueberries Saturday and describes her blueberries as...
They're definitely sweet. Definitely sweet.
People were able to buy 10-pound bags of wild blueberries, fresh or frozen.
We just came to get them because my sister's not here and her room's based off Blueberries for Sal's.
Blueberries for Sal is a children's book, which Saslev says is his sister's favorite. Linda Johnston, a family member of the Copeland Hill Wild Blueberry Farm, says coming to Maine is her favorite part of the year.
I look forward to it every year. I've been working Rhonda's blueberries for 10, 12 years, something like that.
Johnston enjoys creating a wide variety of food products with Maine's blueberries.
We make jelly, we make jam, we make blueberry pie and stuff like that, and to me that's a lot of fun.
Warren says Sunday is their last day of fresh blueberries. From Monday on, her farm will carry frozen wild blueberries for the public to purchase. Family friend Johnston says farmers don't normally open their doors to the public. It was great meeting everyone, she says.
This place is amazing. I mean, the sunsets and sunrises are absolutely fantastic, and it's just a nice place to be.
Restaurants and breweries are participating in Wild Blueberry Weekend as well. To find out who's participating, you can go to wildblueberries.com. In Holden, I'm Stephanie Winbach reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 8:21.
Let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Chase Ropanak. He's in with the latest.
Good morning, Chase.
Your Maine weather today is brought to you by Scott's Recreation. Scott's Recreation is New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest tractor and camper prices, locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. So as we look right now, we can see that we have our futurecast temperatures today. It's going to be a little bit on the cooler end. As you can see, once we get into the early morning hours at 10:30, Bangor is going to be sitting at 64. So those temperatures should warm up, but it's not going to be warm like it was for the past week. So we are hitting the cooler end today. Looking at the temperature trend, we can see we're only going to have a high of 72 today. And those temperatures throughout the week are going to slightly increase. By Sunday, we'll see we're going to be sitting just a little bit above average at 82 degrees. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful week coming up with some beautiful temperatures. So looking at the humidity today, we can see that the humidity has gotten on the lower end now since those temperatures have dropped. We're in the more comfortable region. It does look like as those temperatures increase a little bit, it will get a little muggy, but then by looks like Thursday midday, those temperatures will drop back down to the 50s, and the humidity will be in a lot more comfortable region. So now we're looking at the radar. We can see we do have some showers coming through right now. A lot of these are moving east right now and bringing just heavy rain with them mostly. It doesn't seem to be anything too severe with these thunderstorms. So looking into the future now, we can see that we do have a lot of showers coming. Some of those do have some thunderstorms embedded with them. They can bring gusty winds, heavy rain, and possibly some small hail with those. And as we look into the winds now, or actually, sorry, not the winds, the rainfall, we can see we're getting quite a bit of rain, almost getting close to 2 inches in Holton up here, and then we're a little over ½ inch in this area. And as the more south you go, the rain does decrease, but we're still going to get quite a bit of rain in some areas, so expect that coming on with those heavy showers. And then looking into tonight's forecast, today's forecast, we have a high of 72 with some scattered showers and a little bit of breezy winds from the northwest. And then going into tonight's forecast, we do have a low of 65 degrees with more scattered showers and thunderstorms coming our way. As we look into tomorrow's forecast, it'll be a high of 72 again, with some rain showers likely with that all-day event coming in. And as we go into the extended forecast for today, you can see that we do have a rain chance Monday and Tuesday with some thunderstorms coming in as well. Wednesday with those highs in the mid-70s, and then Thursday and Friday will come back with more rain with highs close to 80.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
You don't just go to work. You do the work. And it shows. You're committed to training and inspiring others. And you play. as hard as you work. For that, you need a vehicle as strong as you are to get you where you want to go. Dedication. That's a Varney value, and one you'll find at Varney Buick GMC, Hogan Road, Bangor.
Niecy Nash hosts a new music game show.
You are killing it!
Where contestants have to know all the lyrics or it's bye bye bye. And with $1 million on the line,
Feels like I'm going to lose my mind.
Girl, you don't know how many days I felt like that.
don't forget the lyrics. All new tonight on Fox.
Don't miss the So You Think You Can Dance finale.
The energy is in the room.
Who will be America's favorite dancer?
The best dancer wins.
So You Think You Can Dance season finale Wednesday on Fox.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
On to your national spotlight. A mass shooting injured 9 people outside a bar in Cincinnati. It happened early Sunday in the city's Over-the-Rhine neighborhood. Witnesses described chaos as people ran for safety and police scattering to find the gunman. Police say an officer fired one shot at the suspected shooter as he fled, but it's not clear if the shooter was wounded. The victims were hospitalized and none are in critical condition. Meanwhile, another shooting in the city's central business district injured at least 2 people. Police don't know yet if the shootings are connected.
Beachgoers may be changing their minds about getting into the water as climate changes are increasing bacteria in the water. Fox's Liz McLaughlin reports.
North Carolina's beaches could be brimming with bacteria.
When we're getting these, what I refer to as normal summertime rainfall events, that we're seeing these kinds of spikes in these bacterial concentrations.
UNC professor and microbiologist Rachel Noble says she's seeing some of the highest E. coli and fecal indicator bacteria numbers of her career.
They're so high that I'm suspecting that some sort of pipe in some of these locations is either cracked or broken.
She says rising sea levels and higher high tides caused by climate change are filling aging infrastructure with salt water, further eroding drains and seeping sewage into swimming waters, in addition to rising temperatures that let germs flourish.
Actually, those bacteria can persist for much longer periods of time in those systems.
States test the water, but the results typically take 48 hours, so swimmers may be in contaminated water before an advisory is released, or avoid swimming after the levels have returned to normal.
I don't check the swim guides, but we know the rule about not swimming, especially in the inlet side after a big storm from the storm runoff. It's pretty gross.
The thought of that in the water is enough to make some beachgoers flip out and potentially rethink recreation.
I don't know if I want to go in the water anymore.
Noble says it's a safe bet to stick to only swimming in a treated pool for 24 hours after it rains.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, the Bangor State Fair is officially in the books. We'll get a recap of the fun.
And on that note, the Newport Festival was held this weekend as well. Another fun recap when we return.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The sensible brother.
What would you do if you found the top half of a bikini?
Smell it. The Showstoppers. The Cooks.
Give me a seasoning a chef might name his daughter.
Nutmeg.
Don't do that to your baby.
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22. You're watching Fox 22 Bangor.
Welcome back. Today is Monday. It's August 8th of 2022. Those hot temperatures will take a back seat for the beginning of the week. And Chase has the forecast in just a moment. We are getting a little bit of rain. Just a little.
A lot.
Just a lot. A lot, a little. It all depends on how you want to look at it. But there's a decent amount of rain in the area.
I know, we need it. For Today in History, it was on this day in 1974, impeachment proceedings were underway involving the Watergate affair. And President Richard M. Nixon became the first president in American history to resign. Vice President Gerald R. Ford would be sworn in as the 38th President of the United States.
Birthdays today include American actor Dustin Hoffman. He turns 85 years old. Canadian politician and former hockey player Ken Dryden turns 75. And tennis champion Roger Federer is 41.
We haven't talked about this yet before, and I don't know who Ken Dryden is, but I think it's so cool. Hockey player and politician.
Yeah. 6 Stanley Cups, if I'm correct. He was in 6. I don't know if he won 6. He was in 6.
Okay, so Canada was just like, elect him. I think we would too.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
Yes. And for your national holidays, it's International Cat Day, National Bargain Hunter Week. Right here. That's me. I shop at Martin's, okay? National Frozen Custard Day, and it's Afternoon Tea Week.
Like that. I love the National Bargaining Hunter Week because what I've noticed recently, and it's probably because the temperatures have been so nice out, there have been a bunch of garage sales around everywhere.
Don't get me started.
They are by far my favorite thing ever to stop at and just check.
Don't get me started.
It's dangerous to have cash on you, too.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't, because they're everywhere, and I love them. And I did go to the Orrington... Oh gosh, what's it called? We had it. There were the big
flea market?
the endless yard sales days. Orrington. Oh my gosh, I'm botching it. But Orrington had a festival a few weeks ago where there was endless yard sales, and I went to that.
Their home week, their old home week or something like that. Yes.
I know, and that's all I got to do. I wanted to take part in the other stuff, but I'm just such a sucker for yard sales.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, at least you got one of them done.
I got a TV for $20.
Wow.
I'm still riding that high.
See, I'm old school. I go for like all the old trinkets or like baseball cards or like some like old die-cast models or something.
I got also I got a 1950s AM radio that just needed some canned air to be cleaned in the back, and it works perfectly. And that was $10.
Wow, and see how good the older things last forever.
Yes.
Nowadays they last 20 minutes.
I know, that TV, I'm probably going to break it.
Let's turn things over to meteorologist Chase Ropanak. He's in with the latest.
Good morning, Chase.
All right, your first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation. Scott's Recreation has locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Looking at the radar today, we can see we have some precipitation moving into our area. We have some coming in just north of Bangor right now, but right now you can see it's kind of dissipating towards our area, and it's moving to the east, but more of that precipitation over here is going to move into Bangor a little more later on today, and then we should have a lot of rain coming in too. It looks like Monday is going to be an all-day rain event, and it should stray off by Tuesday evening around 6 p.m. As you can see, we still have some supercell thunderstorms that will be coming through later on, but those won't be anywhere near severe. So it looks like the main threat today is going to be the heavy rain. So looking into today's forecast, we have a high of 72 with scattered showers, and we'll have some little breezy winds from the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then going into tonight's forecast, it will be a little cooler end with low 65. Scattered showers and thunderstorms still likely, and then we'll have some more calm winds. And then going into tomorrow's forecast, it'll be a high of 72 again with those rain showers likely with that all-day rain event Monday. And then, or with it ending tonight and then going into tomorrow, winds will be northeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then as we look into the hour-by-hour forecast for today, we can see we're in the upper 60s in the early part of the morning. And then as we get to the afternoon hours, we'll be getting close to the 70s.
Thank you, Chase.
We love to see the cooler temperatures.
We've needed it.
Well, the Bangor State Fair was back to full capacity at Bass Park. Cross Insurance Center event planner Abigail Michaud says last year's Bangor State Fair was on a smaller scale.
But this year, it's back to normal, and she hopes the company will continue to grow year by year.
So this year we have a little bit more rides. We brought back the demolition derby and the tractor pulls, and we have live music and a beer tent this year as well.
The high on Sunday was 93 degrees, but that didn't stop locals from stopping by.
We just did a little bit of traveling the past 2 weeks, and it's just nice to be at home for once, doing something that our state enjoys instead of other states.
The fair will be back again next year for another 4 days of carnival-style fun. Newport is celebrating another year of the Riverwalk Festival. Despite scorching temperatures Saturday, families made it out to Newport's Riverwalk Festival, which featured pony rides, a face painting, food, and cornhole.
The festival kicked off with a parade at 10 a.m., and Deborah Ricker, a member of the festival's committee, says a special person in town was participating, and that was Cooper Flagg. Nokomis' high school basketball star was part of that special parade.
He was down here mingling with everyone. It was wonderful.
Ricker says businesses in the area sponsor the festival so that children can enjoy attractions for free. Main Street Skowhegan has a recently established program for those wishing to improve their skills in the business world.
Dylan Holloway stopped by the Skowhegan Center for Entrepreneurship to get a closer look.
The Skowhegan Center for Entrepreneurship is one of the latest creations from Main Street Skowhegan. The center was created to serve the needs of local entrepreneurs and business owners. Business Relations Manager Patrick Moore says Main Street Skowhegan realized during COVID that additional support was needed to help out the town's local businesses.
So in 2021, Main Street Skowhegan started a business needs assessment and did some outreach. We talked to about 135 different businesses, and from that survey, we realized an entrepreneurial center would be a great benefit for the community.
Moore says business owners identified challenges they face, as well as training programs and activities they would like to see.
Primarily more networking opportunities. They wanted to see conference space because there's not really a place to hold meetings in Skowhegan. So the center serves that purpose, and we've been seeing an increase in that too. So it's nice to see that happening.
The center opened its doors in April of this year, and Moore says several plans are in the works for future workshops. He says one such program is the upcoming 7-week business lab, which starts October 1st.
So really designed as a high-paced course for aspiring entrepreneurs or current business owners looking to start a new product or another service, and really testing it to see if it's viable for the market and helping them through that process.
For more information on the center, visit SkowheganEntrepreneurship.com. Reporting from Skowhegan, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The town of Skowhegan is working with the Maine Department of Transportation in a collaborative effort to develop and implement a design plan for its improvements in the community. The program, called the Village Partnership Initiative, is taking a comprehensive approach to several projects that are going on in the village area. Board of Selectmen member Stephen Gavoni says instead of tackling each project individually, the initiative focuses on multiple projects at once and how they will interact with each other.
We're talking about pedestrian traffic, we're talking about bicycle traffic, we're talking about vehicle traffic, which includes the truck traffic. So how do we make all that work with all these fantastic projects that we have going throughout our village area?
Some of the desired outcomes include a safer downtown that eases traffic congestion and slows traffic speeds, connectivity of green spaces, parks, and multi-use trail networks, and a more business-friendly commercial district. For more information on the initiative, you can go to buildskowhegan.com.
A Maine-based sporting goods chain that once had more than 200 stores on the East Coast is closing its remaining 35 locations.
Olympia Sports was founded back in 1975. They opened their first store at the Main Mall in South Portland.
The Portland Press-Herald reported that by 2013, it had 226 locations from Maine to Virginia. Remaining locations will close by September, and liquidation sales are already underway. Still to come here this morning, sports memorabilia is making a comeback with the younger generation. Dave Peck and Jeff Hoke will join us for sports.
We'll be right back.
I'm 82 years old, and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
If you need coffee,
check.
Tasty treats,
Check.
freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
Check.
stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half-off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Mom and Dad, you must be so proud.
We're proud of all of our children.
She has to say that.
Oh, you can't run away from me forever.
Just a heads up, this is my good side.
Yeah.
Bazinga, bazinga, bazinga.
Ah! Are you trying to kill me?
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
We are the first family of country music.
Just watch.
Monarch series premiere September 11th on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, I was always told growing up that the most valuable baseball card was an original Honus Wagner. Now, I'm not exactly sure if that's still the case, but I do know that the sports memorabilia craze is on the rise, including right here in Maine.
It's definitely come way back around.
Mike Goulet, co-owner of Legacy Sports Cards in Saco, says business is booming.
Very popular right now. Younger kids getting back into it, and that's been a really cool aspect of, fathers coming in with their sons.
Mike says the pandemic may have sparked a resurgence.
It brought people back into the industry. Some people were doing it for fun, because they were bored, but some people started doing it to actually make money.
And depending on what cards you have and the condition they're in, you could have a home run stashed away in some old shoebox.
They put these big hits, autographs, jersey cards, and different pieces in these boxes that people chase. And it makes it very, intriguing for people.
Is it like a lottery ticket if you get one of these lucky packs?
I would say that, absolutely.
But the game has changed. Cards are now going under the microscope before heading to the auction block.
It goes by different points of the card. They'll give you a grade 1 to 10 on the surface. They'll give you a grade 1 to 10 on the edges, 1 to 10 on the corners, 1 to 10 on the back of the card. So it's actually, it's pretty extreme of how they check the cards.
But the most important thing to remember,
it only takes one card, So sometimes you got to dig a lot to find what you're looking for.
In Saco, Dave Eade, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Dave. Always interesting to see what the value is at a certain time for certain sports memorabilia things. For now, though, we're going to transition, head to the couches as we are right now, and go to some Double Take. All right, welcome into Double Take. Dave Peck alongside Jeff Hoke of 92.9 The Ticket and ABC 7 and Fox 22 here, our Red Sox specialists. It has been quite an interesting week. We had trade deadline. We had certain home runs called not home runs. But let's talk about the trade deadline here for the Sox. Christian Vasquez is gone.
Yep.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is here. Outfielder Tommy Pham is here, among others. I just want to get your initial reaction of what happened this week.
My initial reaction, it's very weird because it started off with the Christian Vasquez trade, which everyone after that thought it was going to be a full-on fire sale. It didn't end up that way, whether or not they didn't get the pieces they wanted back or what. But they did get better in other spots. They got better at the first base, which is not hard to do at this point, given, Franchi Cordero's been at first base. Bobby Dalbec's been at first base. You got Tommy Pham out of left field now, and that's an improvement. So slight improvements here and there. Now the question is, can they step up in the second half of the season and make that push to the playoffs?
The big question mark for me is how this affects the veterans, and we've talked about it before just off air. Xander Bogaerts seems to be very upset. Christian Vasquez, obviously, they were friends. They were close coming through the Red Sox system. But he is a little bit disenfranchised. We heard his comments about maybe the lack of communication with Chaim Bloom, the direction of this Red Sox team. Do you think that will affect things going forward, or how do you see the rest of the season shaking out? Because they are still in the wild card hunt.
Well, it appears that Chaim Bloom did talk to Xander Bogaerts. He flew down to Houston after all was said and done and had an open-door meeting with everybody. I'm sure Xander Bogaerts was the first guy he talked to And we saw him just a little upset afterwards, and we understand that. You said they were best friends, and when you lose your best friend, it's always a tough thing to do. But you got to get your mind back in the game. You get paid the money to do this, and I'm always part of the fact that, you know, you got to keep on playing for the rest of the season. You're a free agent after the season. If you decide to leave, then you can leave. But until then, you got to keep playing like you know you can. You got to keep getting your numbers back up so you can get that payday up more and more.
So they kind of sold, they kind of bought, but here we are. Now we know what our roster looks like. You have a little bit better in the outfield. You have a first baseman finally, because Dahlbeck and French Cordero have been an absolute disaster. Christian Vasquez is gone, but based on the roster that is on the field right now, who do you see that maybe needs to step up outside of maybe a Devers or these core guys? Who do you think needs to make a difference in order for them to reach the playoffs?
JD Martinez is that big name that needs to be able to step up and be able to start hitting better. He has not had a very good season at all this year, and coming into a contract year like he is, his numbers aren't very good, and you're looking at possibly him either staying at a lower price now or him going somewhere else at a lower price. And if he can get his bat hot in that middle of the lineup after Devers, I think that's going to open up a lot.
You went offense. I'm going to go pitching, and we know that the starting rotation has been banged up at all. But
Yep.
Nick Pivetta was one of the best guys early on, May, June. He was around a 2 ERA in July, which was a fire sale for the. Dumpster fire, just an absolute disaster.
So it's an understatement at this point.
It is an understatement. I think we're being nice. He had an ERA north of 9. So how can you go out there with your number 2 guy and have an ERA north of 9 and expect to compete if that continues? So we saw him recently. He gave up 3 runs in 5 or so innings, so it wasn't terrible. It was the bullpen that really let him down. That's another thing that they got to shore up.
Yeah, and we saw the other day against Kansas City, they put Darwinson Hernandez out there. Tie game 3-3, something you don't expect. They just called him up, and it's a tie game, and that's the one thing you don't expect. He ends up giving up 2 walks, 2 singles, and a 3-run home run, which ended up not supposed to be a home run.
It was not a home run.
Not a home
run. Not a home run.
Later on, decided not to be a home run. But him being in that spot when Alex Cora is a guy that says you got to chase the wins, it's kind of a weird formula that he has there as to why he brought Darwinson in yesterday, and he's not major league level anyway.
Real quick, one answer, one word. Are you buying or selling the rest of the season? Will they make the playoffs? I'll give you a couple words.
I will buy.
You're buying?
I'll buy.
Okay, I believe it too. They're in the hunt. They have 11 series left against AL East opponents. They still haven't won against the opponent in the AL East, so that is certainly a hurdle. But appreciate you coming on and appreciate your optimism too.
Hey, I try my best to stay optimistic, and everyone knows if you listen to the morning show on 92.9 every morning, I'm a very optimistic person when it comes to the Red Sox.
Yes, he is. That's Jeff Hoke. We'll be right back after the break.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Prescription drug costs are too high, and Mainers are paying too much for life-saving medications. That's why Jared Golden led the way on a law that makes insulin more affordable. It will cap out-of-pocket costs for insulin at $35 per month. That's putting our health and economic security first, not drug company profits. Call your senators and ask them to join Jared Golden in the fight to lower costs.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Next through, Paris and Kathy Hilton.
Inside Paris's stellar wedding and her honeymoon with her mom.
They brought the whole Hilton family with them.
Clap of hands who would take family on a honeymoon.
Thank you.
Plus, we're gonna make this come alive.
Spice up your morning with breakfast tacos.
Let me just try one more bite. Next, Drew.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Monday at 3 on Fox 22.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
And for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Christopher Watson.
Talk to me.
I am ready. You are getting the new and improved me.
The Brad Pitt action comedy Bullet Train topped the weekend box office, earning $30.1 million. Not bad, but on the low end of expectations.
I have an owner. He's Superman.
DC League of Super Pets drops to second in week 2, another $11.2 million there, with the sci-fi horror flick Nope also sliding a spot to third in week 3.
Easter Sunday is like the Filipino Super Bowl.
The comedy Easter Sunday stumbles out of the gate with an 8th place finish.
Good morning, aviators.
It's another milestone for Top Gun Maverick. The action sequel's now topped Titanic as the 7th highest grossing film domestically with $662 million. Actress Anne Heche is in stable condition following an auto accident Friday in Los Angeles that ended with her being pulled from a burning car. No official word on the nature or extent of her injuries. Born David Evans, we know him as U2 guitarist The Edge. He's 61 Monday. And that's what's happening in Hollywood.
There's a problem that really stinks in Livermore, literally. People are complaining about litter and feces in the area of Brenton's Pond, which is only supposed to be open for residents.
As Megan Wilgos reports, town leaders and neighbors say it's disgusting and something has to be done.
Oh, it's beautiful. You can see all the way up the lake.
Lorraine Woodard has lived across the street from Brenton's Pond since 1964.
I made the blueprints and we had the house made.
Woodard tells me she used to love walking along the beach here when she was younger, but wouldn't dare go here now after seeing people dump trash into the water and hearing about needles in the sand.
I can't understand it. I remember when I was a kid, I would go down and walk all over down there. People were swimming, because I don't swim, and everything, and it was so clean.
Administrative Assistant Aaron Miller says the town has received complaints about trash and feces at the beach for the past 4 years, including a report of a dead cat in 2018. He says this year they have received 3 complaints, one from Nickerson Septic, who claimed something that was thrown into the porta potty clogged up suction on the septic truck. He wrote in a statement, the board is currently weighing options, including fencing off the area, installing gates, and hiring an attendant.
It's nice for a boat launch, but fine, make it a boat launch. Make no swimming there.
The Brenton's Pond Association says they have yet to be contacted this year about trash and feces complaints. The president of the association, Churchill Barton, says they participate in a volunteer lake monitoring program where members check water clarity throughout the open water season. When contacted about the recent complaints, he wrote in a statement, the BPA plans to discuss the matter at their annual meeting later this month. The next select board meeting is on August 16th at 6:30 p.m., and the public is encouraged to attend.
And with one final look at our rainy forecast, here's meteorologist Chase Ropanak with our full weather forecast.
Good morning, Chase.
Your main weather today is brought to you by Scott's Recreation. Scott's Recreation is New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest tractor and camper prices, locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. So as we look right now, we can see that we have our futurecast temperatures today. It's going to be a little bit on the cooler end. As you can see, once we get into the early morning hours at 10:30, Bangor is going to be sitting at 64. So those temperatures should warm up, but it's not going to be warm like it was for the past week. So we are hitting the cooler end today. Looking at the temperature trend, we can see we're only going to have a high of 72 today. And those temperatures throughout the week are going to slightly increase. By Sunday, we'll see we're going to be sitting just a little bit above average at 82 degrees. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful week coming up with some beautiful temperatures. So looking at the humidity today, we can see that the humidity has gotten on the lower end now since those temperatures have dropped. We're in the more comfortable region. It does look like as those temperatures increase a little bit, it will get a little muggy, but then by looks like Thursday midday, those temperatures will drop back down to the 50s, and the humidity will be in a lot more comfortable region. So now we're looking at the radar. We can see we do have some showers coming through right now. A lot of these are moving east right now, and bringing just heavy rain with them mostly. Doesn't seem to be anything too severe with these thunderstorms. So looking into the future now, we can see that we do have a lot of showers coming. Some of those do have some thunderstorms embedded with them. They can bring gusty winds, heavy rain, and possibly some small hail with those. And as we look into the winds now, or actually, sorry, not the winds, the rainfall. We can see we're getting quite a bit of rain, almost getting close to 2 inches in Holton up here, and then we're a little over ½ inch in this area. And as the more south you go, the rain does decrease, but we're still going to get quite a bit of rain in some areas, so expect that coming on with those heavy showers. And then looking into tonight's forecast, today's forecast, we have a high of 72 with some scattered showers and a little bit of breezy winds from the northwest. And then going into tonight's forecast, we do have a low of 65 degrees with more scattered showers and thunderstorms coming our way. As we look into tomorrow's forecast, it'll be a high of 72 again with some rain showers likely with that all-day event coming in. And as we go into the extended forecast for today, you can see that we do have a rain chance Monday and Tuesday with some thunderstorms coming in as well. Wednesday with those highs in the mid-70s. And then Thursday and Friday will come back with more rain with highs close to 80.
At Prudential, we can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do, you're ready. That's why millions rely on us for the rock-solid strength that helps you plan for and achieve your retirement dreams. Whichever road you take, who's your rock?
Toyota's all-wheel drive vehicles not only conquer the elements, Toyota conquers its competitors by sheer selection. You see, Toyota has 15 different all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models. That's more than Subaru, more than Honda, more than Jeep. Conquer most anything with a tough Tacoma 4x4, the best-selling midsize pickup for 16 years, and named the Best Buy of the Year among midsize pickups. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Yes. 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 I'll have what she's having. And you can too. Get ready for the good dish. Delicious twist on your favorite comfort foods. Decadent desserts you can whip up in no time. And game-changing shortcuts. What's for dinner is about to get way easier. And way more fun than doing the dishes. So get ready to get dishing.
Weekdays at 1 on Fox 22.
Raise your hands if you like pizza. You know, I might not be able to see you, but I'm sure there's lots of you at home with your hands raised. Well, guess what? Today's your lucky day because we're having a pizza party. Instead of serving up the same old cheese pie, we thought it'd be fun to make a beefed up pizza that is nothing short of spectacular. We start by sauteing some ground beef along with a bit of garlic until no pink remains. After draining it, we stir in some fresh plum tomatoes that we've seeded and chopped, along with a bit of salt and pepper. This'll be what sets us apart. Next, we roll out a store-bought pizza dough. You could even use a pre-made pizza shell, or, if you're watching your carbs, a cauliflower pizza crust. Now we spoon the tomato and meat mixture over the crust and top it with strips of provolone cheese, and into the oven it goes. And by the way, if you're not a big meat eater, you can substitute the beef with a plant-based protein. Once the crust is golden and the cheese is melted, all that's left to do is cut it into wedges and dig in. Talk about something that everyone loves and that's so darn easy and budget-friendly. The recipe for our beefy garlic pizza is online now, so you can throw your own pizza party at home as soon as tonight. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a beefy good way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Tomorrow night, the historic bank